Hello, welcome to a short video of my Cephalotus. I have a lot of people requesting Cephalotus from me, which I greatly appreciate because I have a lot of it. Majority of these are clones. So these are clones from my parent, not that guy, from my parent Agnes plant from California Carnivores. So let's get right down in there. That's a clone, Agnes clone. The red pictures are from the cold weather of November, I think is when I brought these inside. This is about a year, just shy of a year's growth from a single picture. So that's an Agnes clone. This is an Agnes clone also. Just for reference of the picture size, that's my largest picture, one of my largest pictures there. And this guy has got a lot of leaf coming out, which is good. I like to use leaf for cuttings. This is powdery mildew damage. Cephalotus is notorious for powdery mildew. So I kind of see it as when they throw a fit, they'll give you powdery mildew. So yeah, some of these do have slight powdery mildew damage. I try to stay on top of it. This is a tissue culture typical. Sorry, my autofocus again. Tissue culture typical Agnes clone here. This is one of my bigger. This guy just went crazy on me. This is a 5-inch 5x5 pot. Let me get it out a little further here. 5x5 pot. So, I mean, you can stick your finger down in that thing. These things are monstrous. That's another Agnes clone. This guy here that's buried by my sundew. What is that? That's the Drosera multifida extreme. That guy right there. Cool plant. Love that plant. Sorry, it's kind of burying this, but this is a tissue culture plant here. Sorry, it's just so sticky. Doing pretty good. It's got a huge leaf on it right back over here. And then, of course, I have more tissue culture typicals. Yeah, tissue culture typical. This is a tissue culture that is, he's hanging in there. I've noticed the tissue culture plants grow differently than cloned plants. And then I've got my biggest Cephalotus. Oh man, I gotta zoom back out for this. This is my biggest. Again, it's just a clone from a single picture from last year. You can go back on my videos to kind of get an idea of the date of when I started these, but there it is. That's my biggest plant. I don't know, either I'll leave them the way he is or divide them up, offer them out to other people. But yeah, so there's a portion of my Cephalotus. I have Cephalotus everywhere. And there's my parent plant of my Agnes, alive and well. I had this guy stripped all the way down to the root from in 2024 when I was dealing with root mealybug. When all this started. But yeah, came back from its main root, as you can see. That is the Agnes from California Carnivores. Otherwise, oh, hey guys, check this out. I know I digress, but that perp is from Temu. Believe it or not, crazy. It's alive and well. I know I have too many Sarracenias right now, but and another Cephalotus. That's a typical. That is from tissue culture. So, yep, got some tissue culture typicals there. Marked on dragon. Yeah. So there it is, guys. I do have another Cephalotus 2 from California Carnivores, the Daniela. So, but it's way too small yet for me to clone out for you guys. So there's the Cephalotus. If you have any questions or if you're interested in any cuttings or clones, please let me know. Otherwise, these things are just going to end up growing to a point where it's just going to become unmanageable. So if they grow like weeds, if you know how to treat them, I just put them in self-watering pots full of long fiber sphagnum moss and perlite. That's all these things live in. So thanks, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Catch you on the next one.